In honor of May the 4th be with you, I wanted to talk about one of the most interesting fan films, which is Star Wars TIE Fighter. It's an anime that's made to look like old school anime from the 1980s, 1990s, and it's really interesting. Definitely worth a check out. If you have never seen this before, it's definitely a great thing to watch on May the 4th, which already passed and all that stuff, but it's a great thing to watch if you're a fan of Star Wars, because it uses all the old sounds and all the old anime techniques to make a beautiful, like, Star Wars thing that makes it feel old school but new school at the same time. It's very awesome. I definitely recommend checking it out. In honor of Mother's Day, I want to talk about this movie, Freaky Friday, which is a remake of a movie that was Disney made back in the 1960s, I believe. It's a really interesting remake that I feel is of the time. It was really good. It was really of the time, and I think this duo is really underrated. This comedy, it has some really good comedic moments in here in between. Mind you, I have not seen the original one, but I think the original one is on Disney Plus, and so is this one. So if you have the time, definitely go check out that movie today. Yeah, fun movie. Hi, I want to talk about one of my favorite Monty Python movies of all time. The movie that got me into filmmaking, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's a movie that I feel a lot of people say is like, it's weird, it's wacky, it's all this stuff, and it's like everything I love about Monty Python. Monty Python and the Holy Grail is a movie that's kind of feels like a D&D session gone horribly wrong. And the main thing I love about Monty Python and the Holy Grail is the fact that it knows it's silly and it knows it's over the top and it knows that, but it goes for it anyway. And it just has so many good moments, like the Black Knight scene, the scene at the end where, if you've not seen the movie, you're definitely not prepared for it. The scene with the main character being asked on a bridge scene, that's a really funny scene. And it's just, there's so many good moments in this movie that it just makes me so happy. Yeah, if you definitely want to watch a good fun movie, definitely check it out. So let's talk about this movie, Monty Python and the Life of Brian, which is a fun movie from the 1970s after they did The Holy Grail. If you liked The Holy Grail and you liked all that stuff, The Life of Brian is a very fun and parody take on the life of the friend of Jesus Christ. It's really funny, it's really comedic. It has some really good scenes here and there and all that stuff. But it has some really interesting stuff. If you're not interested in that stuff, it's okay. It's a movie. It's not for everyone. But it does have one of my favorite jokes, which is the line when the Roman emperor is like, I had a friend, and he would pronounce the names wrongly and all that stuff. I can't repeat the jokes on here due to TikTok's terms and services. But definitely check it out if you have the time. Definitely worth checking out. Alright, let's talk about the movie Monty Python and the Meaning of Life. For this end of the week of Monty Python week, whatever I'm gonna do. Yeah, but Monty Python and the Meaning of Life is an amazing movie. It's an okay movie. It's not the best, it's not the greatest. It's just okay. But to me, The Meaning of Life has one of my favorite songs, which is the Galaxy song and the other song that I cannot mention because of TikTok's terms of service. If you know that movie and you know the song, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is a movie that I feel is okay. It's not great. It's well written, but it doesn't have some great moments, and it has some really weird dynamic stuff wrong with it, like pacing in terms of that stuff. But other than that, it's still an amazing Monty Python movie. It's still a really fun movie to watch. Is it worth checking out? Kind of. It kind of is, and it kind of isn't. But